Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. Today we're diving into a report from TrueBlue, a company that helps businesses find workers. It's not exactly the stuff of action movies unless you find board meetings and voting results thrilling. Spoiler alert, you probably won't, but hey, at least we can laugh about it together at the end. TrueBlue just had their annual meeting and they filed a report about it. Now, if you appreciate getting straight insights from corporate documents, make sure you're subscribed. We also have a Discord community linked in the description below. Come join. So, what happened at this meeting? Well, shareholders got together and voted on some important stuff. They elected directors, gave a thumbs up or thumbs down to how the company pays its top executives, approved some changes to the company's incentive plan, and picked their accounting firm for the year. Sounds like a party, right? Let's get into some of the details on the voting. First up, the election of directors. These are the people who sit on the board and help guide the company. 9 people were nominated and shareholders got to vote on each one. Cole writes Jeffrey Sakaguchi and Christy Savakor, all of them got the majority of votes. For example, Colleen Brown got over 22 million votes in her favour, with about 2.4 million against. Next, there was an advisory vote on how the company pays its top executives. This is one where the shareholders get to say whether they think the big bosses are getting paid fairly. It's advisory, meaning that TrueBlue can choose to ignore the vote, even though this rarely happens in the corporate world. In this case, a little over 21 million votes were cast in favour of the compensation plan, and about 3.2 million votes were cast in favour of the compensation plan, and about 3.2 million votes were against it, so most shareholders seemed okay with the pay packages. Another thing on the agenda was approving changes to the company's incentive plan, which is like a rewards program for employees. The idea is that if the company does well, the employees get a little something extra. Over 22 million votes were cast in favor of the changes. Finally, shareholders voted to ratify or approve the selection of Deloitte and Touche as the company's independent accounting firm. This is just a fancy way of saying they chose the company that will check TrueBlue's financial statements to make sure everything looks good. This one passed with flying colors, almost 27 million votes in favor. So that's it. The annual meeting happened, votes were cast, and things seem to be moving forward. The report was signed off by Garrett R. Ference, the company's executive vice president and chief legal officer. Now, what does all this mean? Well, it shows that TrueBlue is going through the motions of corporate governance. Shareholders are engaged, at least to some extent, and the company is making sure it follows the rules and regulations. From what we can see from this specific report, TrueBlue appears to be stable, with shareholders mostly agreeing with the company's direction. There weren't any major surprises or controversies that jumped out. But let's be real, this report is mostly just procedural stuff, so we can't really judge the company's future based on it. However, this report doesn't give us the full picture. To really understand how TrueBlue is doing, we'd need to dig into their financial reports and see how their business is performing. Are they making money? Are they growing? Who are their competitors? Alright, that's our breakdown of TrueBlue's latest filing. What's your take on these actions and what they signal for the company's future? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description. Thanks for watching. See you next time.